Hi everyone, this is continuation class of asymptotic expansion. So we are studying how to find asymptotic expansion. There are different methods to find asymptotic expansion. The very first method is integration by parts. So we are seeing some problems to find asymptotic expansion using integration by parts. So in this video, I have considered the equation which is the standard equation. It is known as or it is called as Stieltjes integral. We are going to find asymptotic expansion for this Stieltjes integral using integration by parts. So consider this integral. So this can be written as integral of 0 to infinity e power minus x t square whole dash divided by 2xt dt. This type of problem already we have seen. So again I will explain how we have got this. So consider e power minus x t square whole dash. Dash is derivative. If we differentiate this, what we will get? Differentiation of e power x is e power x itself into differentiation of minus x t square with respect to t is minus x to t. So what is e power minus x t square? Here we are having e power minus x t square. So what is e power minus x t square? Derivative divided by minus 2 xt. Right? So that's what I have written. Here we'll get minus 2 also. So if we differentiate this term, we will get e power minus xt square into minus 2xt. So what is e power minus xt square? This divided by this. Therefore e power minus xt square I have written like this. Here minus 1 by 2x is constant because integration is with respect to t. So this integral will reduce to 1 by minus 2x 0 to infinity. This I will write it as t power minus 1 e power minus x t square whole dash. Now we can integrate this using integration by parts. I will take this as u, this as v. So what is integration of uv? U into integral of v minus integral of v into du. I am going to use this formula here. Already we have seen few problems and you have studied this in PUC also, school days also. So it will be easy for you. So what is u here? T power minus 1. Integration of this is integral of derivative is there. Therefore we will get e power minus x t square itself. Limit is between 0 to infinity minus integral of 0 to infinity. Integral of v is e power minus x t square into differentiation of this is minus 1 t power minus 2 dt. Now we are going to substitute the limit here. E power minus infinity is 0. So upper limit is 0 minus e power 0 is 1. This is 1 by 0. See, this is nothing but e power minus t square by t at t is equal to 0. When t is infinity, e power minus infinity is 0. That is our upper limit. Now when we substitute lower limit, I have written directly or separately like this. Now next term is minus into minus plus 0 to infinity e power minus xt square t power minus 2 dt. So if I substitute t is equal to 0 here, this will become infinity, right? So our solution is minus infinity and this is our integral. So similarly when we use integration by parts as we used here, again we will get infinity here also. Infinity plus I power n. Again for that I power in, if we find the solution, we will get infinity plus integral term. So whenever x tends to infinity, I of x is also tends to infinity. So in this case, using integration by parts method, we are not getting asymptotic expansion. So integration by parts fails to provide asymptotic expansion for Stieltjes integral. Now we are going to solve the problem using substitution method. So what is our integral? 0 to infinity e power minus xt square. We are going to reduce this to gamma form. So to reduce this to gamma form, we have to get e power minus s. So I am going to substitute xt square as s or some other variable u. So I am going to substitute xt square is equal to u. So this implies, what is du? 2xt dt. So what is dt? dt is du by 2xt. So what is t? U by x, square root of u by x. So du by 2x square root of u by x. So we will get du by 2 root x will get cancelled. So I'll get root of xu. See, x can be written as root x into root x. So 1 root x will get cancelled, root x into u. We got the value of dt. Now we have to find the limit also. So what is our lower limit? 0. When t is 0, u is also 0. When t is infinity, u is also infinity. Correct? Now our integral I of x will become, so what is our I of x now? I of x is 0 to infinity e power minus u du by 2 into root u into root x. Here integral is with respect to u. Therefore 1 by 2 root x is constant. Take out 0 to infinity. This we can write it as u power minus 1 by 2 e power minus u du. This is of the form integral of 0 to infinity e power minus s power n minus 1 ds, which is nothing but gamma of n. So in place of n minus 1, we are having minus 1 by 2. So what is n? 1 minus 1 by 2, which is 1 by 2. So this value is gamma of 1 by 2. 1 by 2 root x, gamma of 1 by 2. What is gamma of 1 by 2? Root pi. Therefore we will get 1 by 2 root pi by x as x tends to infinity. So whenever integration by parts method fails to give asymptotic expansion, we will go for substitution method. So to generalize that, consider an integral of the form. So I am going to consider an integral of the form a to b f of t e power x phi of t dt. See, here also we are having function of u e power some function of u du. Same thing here also, more generally function of t e power into some constant term, means constant in the sense with here integration is with respect to t, so some other variable x into phi of t dt. So when we integrate this by parts, integration by parts, how we will integrate this by parts? See here, in this case we have substituted the derivative form and the derivative of the power here, right? Same thing here also, f of t remains as it is. This we can write it as e power x phi of t to the power dash means derivative of this. So what is, if we differentiate this, what we will get? E power x remains as it is. Differentiation of the numerator is x into phi dash of t dt. For this, we are going to apply integration by parts. Obviously, u is f of t by x into phi by t dash. See, if we have like this, f of t by x into phi dash of t is our u and v is x power, so e power x of x into phi of t whole dash dt. So whole term is u, this is our v. What is our solution? U. So what is our integration by parts? Now we are having integral of a to b. U is f of t by x into phi dash of t. Limit is between a to b. I'll write again. We are having u. U is f of t by x phi dash of t. Integral of this, that is our integration of v is e power x phi of t and limit is between a to b minus integral of derivative of this into v, right? Integral of this and derivative of this. So I'll get e power x phi of t into f of t by x into phi dash of t. We have to differentiate this. So here for this equation I am using integration by parts formula. So here I am going to substitute upper limit and lower limit and integration term. So when I substitute upper limit, I will get f of b e power x phi of b by x into phi dash of b minus f of a e power x phi of a whole divided by x into phi dash of a minus integral of this term. So we are going to consider few cases. In first case, if phi of a, this term, is greater than phi of b. If phi of a is greater than phi of b, obviously e power x phi of a is very much greater than this. So e power x phi of a is very much greater than e power x phi of b. So first case we are considering phi of a is greater than phi of b. So e power x phi of a is very much greater than e power. See, this value is very much greater than this value. So in this case, I of x is asymptotic to minus 1 by x e power x phi of a by phi dash of a. This is very small value, so we have neglected this. We have considered only this. In the second case, if phi of b is very much greater than phi of a. Reverse form. If phi of b is greater than phi of a. So in this case what will happen? E power x phi of b is very much greater than e power x phi of a. So in this case I of x is asymptotic to, this is very less value compared to this. So it is asymptotic to f of b e power x phi of b by x into phi dash of b as x tends to infinity. So you try the problem x to infinity cos t by t into dt. You try to find asymptotic expansion for this integral as x tends to infinity using integration by parts. See, I'll give an end if the integration is between 0 to x as x tends to 0, or as x tends to a, you can simplify this using Taylor series. See, in exam, they will not ask you to find asymptotic expansion of the integral using particular method. If they mention, it is fine. If they didn't mention, you can use, if integral is between 0 to x, if x tends to infinity, you can expand the given function using Taylor series, and then you can simplify and you can find the asymptotic expansion. Suppose if you have Suppose if you have 0 to x as x tends to infinity. If you are having 0 to x as x tends to infinity, then you have to split this integral as 0 to infinity. Between 0 to infinity, we will get standard gamma function integral plus integral to x. Here you can simplify by integration by parts or using Taylor series expansion depending on the problem. Suppose if we have integration between x to infinity, then you can split this as integration between x to 0 plus 0 to infinity. Again, between this integral 0 to infinity, we will get gamma function. This we have to solve. This we will write it as minus of 0 to x and we can integrate it. So, whenever we are having infinity to infinity, it means somewhere x is there and x tends to infinity, we can go for integration by parts, or if it is between 0 to infinity, if it is not in standard form, we can go by integration by parts directly, or we can use the previous technique, e power derivative divided by differentiation of derivative method. So this I am telling you for your reference to identify the correct procedure to find the asymptotic expansion.